What's up, you guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks coming at you today with another figure review. And you guys wanted him. I put up polls on the YouTube page. I put up polls on the Facebook page. I put up a poll on the Instagram page for Godzilla Fan Freaks. And you guys voted, majority of you voted anyway, that you wanted a review on Mr. Psycho Gundam! Yes, so we are going to be diving straight on into his review today. So thank you guys for being here and hope you enjoy. So, Psycho Gundam. Again, you're asking the wrong guy. I don't necessarily know a lot of knowledge about Gundam. I should have had Lawrence here to help me do the review. Didn't think about that. But that's okay. You guys voted. You guys wanted to see a review on this guy, so I'm going to do the best that I can. The most that I know about the Psycho Gundam is he's a giant walking terror Gundam suit. Not necessarily like a suit armor. He's a mobile armor. He also has he transforms. See, guys, I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is that he transforms. He has another state, which this figure can do, but I have not transformed him yet. If you might notice, he is missing his shield. That's because I have not built his shield yet. And that's mainly because I don't really care about the shield all that much. I just care about the figure himself because I bought this as an impulse buy for comedic effect and entertainment. For those of you that know, I will be doing an ending shot here at the review showcasing that because it's always a good laugh. But anyway, so here we have Psycho Gundam. Yes, he's a giant, terrorizing mobile armor that can transform. He has tons of lasers, you know, weapons. Again, he has a giant shield. As far as I know, he was a force to be reckoned with in the show that he was in. Very scary. I know that there is another Psycho Gundam Mark II that's like bigger and has more stuff to it. But I don't think that's available. But I was just happy enough to get this guy. Lawrence had this guy. He brought him over for a Kaiju Chill O'Clock, and I just kind of fell in love with the figure to where I went out the next day and I bought one myself. So again, total impulse buy, but no buyer's regret. Really happy. It was a really easy kit to build. Was not difficult whatsoever. So if you are interested, you know, my followers and fans and stuff like that, you know, and if you have the budget, again, the kit's about 60 bucks. That's how much I picked it up for, and that seems to be average price because it is a large kit. Your normal Gundam size kits are like yay high. This guy is like almost a little over twice that size. So, no, you definitely get a bang for your buck. You get a cool looking figure. Again, he's not hard to put together, so don't worry about like kit building skills or anything because I suck at kits. I suck at anything that has to be put together, painting, whatever it is. But this guy was pretty simple, and I even was able to add some of my own like highlights and everything with paints and stuff, and we'll get onto that shortly. But enough blabbering. Let's just get straight on into Mr. Psycho Gundam's review here, and let's go over his colors. Paint. Not really paint, because it's pretty much just the color of the plastic. So, let's just go over his colors. Psycho Gundam here. You have blacks, you have orange yellows, you have reds, some, you know, kind of off-white silvers, some very dark grayish blues, you know, all the way around. His eyes, which are a sticker, are almost like a very holographic pink color. I added some silver to this part up here because I thought that looked good. I added blacks to these here, which are lasers. Again, I am not the best. You can see that I messed up a little bit. But that's what I mean. I'm not the best when it comes to these. But I just thought I wanted to add just a little more depth to his lasers, so I touched them with a little bit of black. His backside, again, he's sporting a lot of those same colors. I added some silver to this part right here. I modified this guy, I modified him with a little bit of color, and then his neck area here, his head would like bob up and down because of the transformation like sequence stuff. And I didn't like that because, again, I'm not going to be transforming this guy whatsoever. I bought him for one reason, and he is living his purpose. So I actually super glued that part to the main like body chassis itself. So now the head is popped more up, and then it is just stationary. It's not falling downwards or anything of the sort. But again, just the color of the plastic. There's that off-white kind of silver gray color. Again, you have that bluish grayish color here for the legs and some of the abdomen. Reds there for the laser. Yellow orange here for certain parts. These here are stickers. These here on the side here are stickers. This is a sticker. Again, the eyes are stickers. On the back side here, these are stickers. I knew there were stickers somewhere. That's a sticker on both sides. And that's pretty much it, you guys. These are stickers down here towards his ankles, and so on and so forth. So again, pretty simple. Again, easy build. This guy was not hard to build at all. If I really, wanted to, I built this guy in about 24 hours. And again, that was taking breaks in between and whatnot. But you could easily knock this kid out in, if you know what you're doing and you've built one before, probably wouldn't even take you that long. Probably barely an hour, in all honesty. That's how easy it is to build. But if you've never really built a kit before and you're following instructions by instructions like I did, if I really wanted to, I probably could have knocked this guy out in probably, really going from sequence to sequence, putting stuff together, probably a couple hours, maybe a little over 2 hours, which again, isn't bad. It'll give you something to do. But if you want to space it out a little bit, you could do one arm one day, another arm another day, put the chassis together, the legs, whatever, however you see fit, and then slam it all together and, make a week project out of it if you wanted to. But overall, really cool, good colors. Again, really basic, but I dig it. Definitely does give off a psycho feel, Again, he is very tall. Detail-wise, pretty simple for robot, mobile suit, armor, whatever you want to call it. He's got paneling all over the place for the plastic pieces. Detail in the head sculpt's really, really good, I must say. Again, looks like a Gundam. Little crown antenna things here. Again, you got the head lasers. I think this is where the cockpit is for him. Got these lasers down here. These on his underside crotch area. Those are also lasers. His fingers are lasers. I mean, this guy is decked out with lasers to the teeth. And again, he has a giant shield that he also goes with. Maybe one of these days I'll put the shield together, but I'm in no rush. But again, very nice detail all the way around. Paneling looks really nice. You got these little jet engine rockets back here. All these nice gears and paneling and robotic look here on the back of the legs. Even the bottoms of the feet. Very nice detail and paneling. Fingers, again, very, very nicely well done. Remind a little bit of Power Rangers, the Dragonzord's hands and stuff like that. They are very Gundam-esque. Again, lasers and everything. So detail pretty simple with this guy. I mean, you kind of just look at him from any angle and you see some lining, paneling, all sorts of good stuff. Articulation on this guy, as for as big as he is, pretty solid articulation. The joints, they're not They're smooth, but they do kind of tend to separate a little bit from where you plug them in. Every now and then you got to give them a little nudge again, like as you can see there on his arm right here where his bicep meets his shoulder. Kind of just have to push that up in there just to get a more closer seal. But articulation-wise, he's very nice. Let's see if I can do this from this angle. Again, I was debating maybe pulling the camera back and doing the larger shot scale for my figure reviews, but I figured, you know what, he actually fits okay here on the desk, so I'm just going to do it that way. So, his head, you can, with these shoulder pads here, they get in the way, but depending on how you have them, you can kind of move his head around, and you can get a total 360 turn out of it without really any problems. So he can do 360, he can look up, he can look down, you can get some little bit of tilt action out of it. Again, these shoulder panels move up, flaps, whatever, move up and down. Some of his articulation is to help with the transformation process. Arms, rotate here at the shoulders, backwards, forwards. Biceps, have a swivel. Elbows, on a hinge. Hands can rotate, as well as he has jointed fingers and very good finger articulation. Get that closer, you see the little hinges there. So they move here at the base of the hand, and then they have these hinges to add more of a comedic effect. That was why I bought this guy. Just so he can terrorize and be psycho, just like his name. Nothing in the waist, no waist joint. He does have these flaps here though that can like move around ever so much. Legs here can kick forward. They can't really kick backward very far. They can kind of stretch out to the side. Not a full split, but you can kind of get a little bit of a wider stance with him. Knees on a joint. Simple. Ankles. His feet can tilt downwards. They can tilt upwards. You can get a pivot out of them. And of course they can rotate. And of course his legs can also kind of rotate up there also. Not a full 360 rotation, but a decent rotation nonetheless. So for as big as a figure as he is, decent articulation. Again, you can get some funny stuff going on with his hands and his, you know, hand gestures. You can have him do a thumbs up, make a fist. His arms are a little too bulky, but can kind of do a DX chop. Not really. I remember one of my fans, I think it was Gojira851, who commented, it'd be funny if you could get him doing a DX chop from like wrestling back in the day, how they would do the X, you know. His hands do also kind of pop in and pop out from the sockets here, but again, that's for the transformation process. This one's a little more easier to do than this one. But again, I really don't care about that because I'm not going to be transforming this guy anytime soon, if at all. He'll probably remain in this state for the end of his days. But kind of give him a little bit of a wide stance. And that's about it, you guys. Let me do some scaling here with some figures that I just have on hand, which is kind of really just one. But for scale, here is a 6-inch Bandai. That way you guys have an idea how big this guy is. So there's your 6-inch Bandai. So as far as scale goes, that's kind of what you're looking at. He's about the average size of maybe he's almost like in between a 25 and a 30 centimeter X plus, if that gives you an idea. I had to look behind me and kind of eyeball it. But yeah, so that is Mr. Psycho Gundam here. Let me go ahead and just get him back and posed properly here. Get his fingers and everything properly posed, because again, this is for comedic effect. I'm not meaning to offend anybody. But I do like to pose him just flipping things off. Again, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, if you saw that funny little bit that I did, you know, rotate his arms to the correct height and radius here, and there we go. There's Mr. Psycho Gundam, you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. It was pretty short, sweet, and simple. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. And yeah, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to atomic blast that notification bell. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks on Facebook, as well as don't forget to follow Godzilla Fan Freaks on Instagram, as well as don't forget to tune in to my weekly episodes of Kaiju Chill O'Clock that I do every week. Alright, you guys, thank you all so much. We are Godzilla Fan Freaks, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.